Hi, Kevin from Momentum Performance Coaching, and in today's tip I want to take a look at the old business adage that the customer is always right. Now, as we know, in the real world the customer is often wrong. They arrive late, they didn't read the instructions, they order the wrong stuff sometimes, etc, etc. Now, because there is no business without customers, the question is, what should we do? And one of the best philosophies I've heard of, and I believe it comes from the world of Disney, is the guest may not always be right, but we must always allow them to be wrong with dignity. So where Disney uses the term guest, you can use client or customer, etc. So your customer may not always be right, but you must always allow them to be wrong with dignity. Now, making sure the customer maintains their dignity in an uncomfortable or embarrassing situation, well, that's a sign of a true professional. It's all too easy to just roll your eyes or spout some knowledge when a customer makes a mistake or is just plain wrong about something. But for your business, it's much better to ensure that the customer's dignity remains intact. Now, I remember back to our restaurant days when we would sometimes have customers complain that we'd stopped serving a particular meal or we'd changed our style of service. Now, we could quite easily have told them they were wrong. We never served that meal. It was never on our menu. Or our service style hadn't changed a jot, apart of course from getting better. But that wouldn't have served any purpose. So all our team were trained to apologise for any inconvenience and let them know that because of the improved service then that we were now giving, they would be able to relax and let us do all the legwork, or that customers found a new offering from the menu to be an excellent alternative. I also remember one legendary story from the world of Nordstrom, a company that are well known for their world-class customer service. Now, in short, a customer returned a set of snow tyres to the store because he hadn't used them, he no longer had any use for them because he no longer had the truck for which he purchased the tyres. And it turns out where this Nordstrom store stood, there was once a tyre shop, but that was raised to the ground so they could build the Nordstrom store. So in this case, the customer was totally and utterly wrong. This department store clearly wasn't a tyre shop, but instead of embarrassing the customer, the member of staff gave the customer a full refund. Now, you may consider that to be bonkers or total madness, but the positive PR from that incident means that Nordstrom received way more goodwill and free positive advertising than the cost of a set of tyres. Just go on Google and Google it, you'll see the story. So the key to maintaining the customer's dignity is to put yourself in the customer's shoes. See the world through their eyes. It's possible they might just be a little bit overwhelmed or a bit confused. Of course, in truth, we know they're just wrong, but it's worth remembering that something that we might deal with on a day-to-day basis, the customer doesn't. And they aren't really trying to wind us up, they're just looking for help. But in some businesses, they see this as a situation, as an opportunity to feed their ego by belittling or ridiculing or flaunting their superior knowledge. So the customer ends up embarrassed and in some cases angry. And that definitely isn't the recipe for business success. And those businesses that handle this situation with a little bit of compassion, with a little bit of empathy, tend to be the ones who see the bigger picture and realise that this is a real opportunity to create some customer loyalty by letting them know they are really appreciated. So, give this some consideration. Give some consideration to the typical situations in which your customers are sometimes wrong when they deal with your business. And in those situations, ask yourself the question, how can you make sure that the customers maintain their dignity at all times? Now, I hope you found this video beneficial, and if you'd like more tips on how to create a winning customer service experience for all your customers, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or grab yourself a seat on our next customer service webinar, the details of which will be in the comments below. Now, it only works, so give it a go. You'll thank me later. Now go out there and make it a cracking day.